Hi, David Finkel here, author of The Freedom Formula. A question I get asked all the time is, David, where did you come up with the Freedom Formula ideas? Where did they come from? Originally it came from me hitting a point in a company I was building where I was working 80 hours a week and I was on the road 2+ weeks per month. I was just not having any fun. I was burning out. And I asked the question, how could I change the way I built the company so I could build it so it could continue to grow and thrive but be independent of me? And that got me thinking. And so I started doing different things and experimenting in my company, first with how I use my time, and later started with my team members and how they use their time and how they focus their best attention. When we started getting some incredible results growing at 50-60% per year over a multi-year stretch, we started to bring that same methodology in with our coaching clients. And over the last 10-15 years, those ideas have come to what you see now as the Freedom Formula. I'll tell you, the single biggest impact for me about how we've been able to make that formula work was when I had kids. Once upon a time when it was just me and Heather, if push came to shove and I needed to kind of buckle down and focus and put some extra hours in for a particular conference to go keynote it, or to work and finish up over the course of 60 days a new book that I was working on, I would just do it. But when I held Matthew and Adam, my two oldest children, they're twins, in the delivery room in my arms, working extra hours, it just was off the table. I wasn't going to do that. And since that point, 10 years ago today, I put a hard stop. 40 hours at a week max is my average week max. And I'm going to take a minimum of 10 weeks of vacation. Why? Because if I focus on those things that create the most value and know that I have a limited amount of time to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crowd out the low value junk. Think about it as an astronaut. When he or she goes up into space, they have a certain amount of consumables like oxygen and fuel and food and water. And they can't just get more. They can't just pull over to the local supermarket and grab more. In your company, what would it be like if you approached it where you put a hard stop on the number of hours? Now, maybe you don't do 40 hours, maybe you do 60 hours, because right now you're working 70. Or maybe right now you're working 40 and you want to make it 35. Maybe right now you're not taking vacation, so you say, hey, I'm going to take at least 1 week per quarter. I don't know what it is for you. But if you start to set these lines in the sand and say, how do I make that happen? It's amazing what goes on. So this is how the book came to be, the formula came to be, really just as at first a way of dealing with this challenge in my own life of feeling overwhelmed, overworked, overstressed, overtired, and wondering if this is all that it really is. I mean, I was making a very good living, right? But I wasn't enjoying my life. And so what I found is I don't have to make the choice between having a great professional career and building an extraordinary company or having a life. I can have both if I approach how I grow my company and how I do my job fundamentally different. And that's why I wrote the Freedom Formula, not just to tell you what to do, work smarter, but to give you the step-by-step functional and operational steps to actually do the what to do.